Yeah.
Rights of every man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll make sure we'll talk about it. Yeah,
Oh, my balls.
definitely talk about it. Yep. We're gonna start filming pretty soon. Yep. We're gonna be filming. Yeah, we'll mention it. Yeah. God bless you. God bless you. Talk to you soon.
Got a snapper there?
Got one.
All right. Drop your trowel.
Great. Alexa, babe, kill the music. It's great, you know,
I'm not
especially
quite
with
sure
the.
how to help you with that.
No, just shut it down, Alexa. Alexa, stop, babe.
Stop. Can't get good help, Tom.
Good help's hard to find. Especially now with electrification, it's even worse.
Oh,
But it's
terrible.
great. We're currently in the process.
Are we battery operated now?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We're currently in the process of eradicating Satan from the planet, which is awesome.
I love that.
Anyways, we'll start off the show. One quick thing: there was a press conference today. I wanted to mention it that Donald Trump with Bobby Kennedy and Oz, they got this company to create a drug. First off, it's the company that had developed the medicine for COVID, not the vaccine, but the actual medicine.
The medicine, yeah.
I can't think of the name of the company.
Oxymontone.
But something like that. And
Oxycontin or
then
no.
they also, the same scientist developed a drug. Little boy was there. He's like 4 years old. He can now hear.
Wow.
It's a genetic therapy drug, and they developed it. And with that First Nation pricing and everything,
Yeah.
lowering the cost. But this drug will be given free.
No.
And they developed this drug with therapy.
Are we Canada now?
No, but the point was brought up that this was because of research and development, risk and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't get that in socialistic countries.
Well, sure
Right.
you do. I think everybody does well in socialist.
Capitalistic countries is what causes this. These companies put the research in, the brightest and the smartest work on these things, but there has to be a reward, risk and reward, right?
Why?
What cures have come out of Venezuela, Mexico, China, Russia? You know, Venezuela? None.
You said it. We said Venezuela twice. I like
Because
Venezuela.
they irk me. Anyways, we're here. Sabres are back.
Mhm.
They made the playoffs. I guess we'll touch them quick and finish with the draft.
Cheers, Benham.
Oh, yes.
A Bud and a Bud Light. God
By
bless.
the way, I'm ticked about a couple of things. Sabres made it back. You
Yep.
know, finally, all we wanted was a playoff game. Party in the plaza. Oh, God.
God.
Second period of the first playoff game, booze.
Boo!
Fire the coach. Come on, Buffalo. You're better than
We're
that.
better than that.
You
God
know,
damn it, we're better than that.
Booze. And another cheap, they'll fire the coach, but another cheap hire. Like, this city has three things going for it. Bills, Braves, Bandits. I'm sorry, Sabres, Bandits. Who are they owned by?
Is it Golisano?
Yeah, it's the
No.
same guy.
It's
And,
Pagula.
Ticket prices, why are they so high? They're not high in the Sabres, they're high in the secondary market. You were warned about that on this show.
Yes, you were. Those are not Sabre prices.
No.
So if you pay $700 for the upper deck, you pay Johnny Smith out in
Right.
Welland.
And first game was electric. I was there.
You were there.
It was electric. It was awesome.
Was the concrete shaking? I remember those days.
There was a couple of times when it was kind of like Bandit Land. It reminded me so much of Bandit Land, how it gets there. Buffalo wants a winner, and they'll go nuts for a winner. Although the boos got me. They also booed in the second game. To me, keep coming at this Boston team. Get the lead on Boston.
You
They
gotta
play
get the
one
lead.
line,
You gotta get the lead.
and when you get a lead, they can't do their shit. The clutch, grab, block, stop,
Yeah,
grab.
you get 2-0 against them. They're just clutching and grabbing. They're sitting in the neutral zone and they're lining up on the blue line for the power play. And by the way, 70% of the time on 5-on-5, the Sabres retrieve the puck when they dump it. Well, if you're that good 5-on-5, how about trying that if they're lined up on the power play?
I'd also say, too, mix it up a bit. I actually jokingly said, put the fourth line out.
Mm-hmm.
Let them go bang around for a power play and shake them up a little bit. Basically, though, it hasn't been the lack of the power play. Yes, a couple goals would help. But I think we've been out-goaled.
Well,
Goalie.
goalied, yeah.
Well,
It's 2-2 without ridiculous ones last.
Right.
In fact, you could argue 2-1 Sabres.
you can't let that
789. 789.
It's not good enough in the playoffs. And he stopped breakaways. Yes, he did, but the playoffs, you just got to raise it to a new level.
Yeah, you
It can't be the same level. And Swayman, 948 speaks for itself, right? I mean,
Sure does.
That's tough to beat.
Hey, so it's 5-10. Lyon is going in. He's going in the crease. Oslin's going in, which I've been begging for, and obviously he had to get better.
Right.
He had to heal up. And then secondly, Norris. I thought Norris was benched. Apparently he's got an injury. I think they're taking him in Buff General tonight for a second open heart surgery.
I didn't think they would bench
know
him
you
because
said
of his
that.
play, but injury. But
He has been
Lindy Ruff made
average.
a comment the other day, and Hamilton asked him, Hamilduke, final cut of the 80 team. Why not try a different forward on the power play? I was just jokingly saying the fourth line. And Ruff said, who would that be, Paul? And he said, Beck Malenstein. Funny, Paul. Why is it funny, Lindy?
Well, here's what he said. He said, I got maybe a silly idea. And he goes, maybe Beck Malenstein, who's fast, digs pucks out of the corner, blah, blah, blah. And Lindy goes, yeah, Paul, that is pretty silly. What's so silly about that?
I don't.
Yeah, you see Josh Norris on this right-hand wall in the power play, losing the puck all day. By the way, Norris comes over the line on that, and when he's bringing it in, fires it right over to a guy on the boards who's got a guy on him, and it's down the ice again. Almost every time. Done with it. I hope he's not dead, but I'm glad he's out of the lineup.
You also have to remember, too, fans, that Boston had 100 points.
No, I know they're good.
And I was just telling you in the green room before the show.
Yeah.
Can
we change that to the pink room?
Everybody has a green room, right? But Pittsburgh and Philly played last night. They were both 0 for 7 going in on the power play. That's Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
0 for 7. They each scored, though, at least twice last night. So once 2 a 10, once 2 a 9, whatever. Point is, it's time now for us to get one on the power play.
Yes, and it can change quickly. We need to get them. You're going into Boston. They've got the best home record in hockey. We're a damn good road team. Pop one in if you need it. Come on.
By the way, they have 2, I think, on us. One was with 6 seconds to go in the game.
By the way, that went off a body, too. That was
And
horseshit.
the one was a really nice deflection by whoever there was.
Yeah, it was like 20 feet out. He deflected. No way you stop it.
But anyways, go Sabres. It's not over until we say it is, right? It's a long way to go.
Until the hips says it's over.
Right. There's a long way to go, and get a split in Boston. Let's get this thing going again.
And I'd like to get that started tonight because obviously, of course we want to win tonight. What I mean is, I don't want to go into Sunday afternoon saying, gotta have it or we come back 3-1 down.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens, right?
We will. Roll
I think
the dice.
This team, I think I know for the first game we were the better team.
Yeah.
Boston really came hard at us. They're a veteran team. They play one line, and it's a good line.
Johnny Labatt.
And
well, here's what I say. It's from Rush many years ago in the 70s, early 80s. Roll the bones, baby.
Right.
Roll the bones. Let's go.
You know what? Just keep going at them. And if Swayman wins the series, what are you going to do? Right?
Nothing. We're the better team. We got goalied by Bernie Parent. We had the goalie against Dallas, but we couldn't.
Score.
Dixon Ward couldn't pump 4 in.
Yeah.
I mean, that lineup was weak. I mean, it was all Hasek, but
That's not if you listen to them. They say that, they did more than. The guy had a 9 career save percentage. You got to be kidding
he
me.
blows. So anyway,
By
here
the
we
way,
go.
sportscaster in Buffalo tried to get him suspended for the playoffs.
Yeah.
EY.
Yeah,
I won't
EY.
say more. EY.
EY.
Anyways, Bills.
Mm.
Uh,
Draft. We got the draft coming up in about 3 hours. But again, overlapping the Sabres. We're looking at Sabres. We'll see what happens. 26th overall pick. No second rounder, as we gave it up
like we
to Chicago for more.
we're going to come up with a couple different plans. Our first 2 shows that you'll be aired later. We talked about a few things. No, seriously, I think from what I've read and studied,
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
see
you've done a lot of
film.
research. You've done a
I
lot.
just listen.
No film?
I think if Casey Concepcion is there at 26, the Bills run up the card. I think that's the guy they'd really love to get in the first round.
I totally agree with that. Let me start on a more broad view. So I don't think the Bills at 26 are going edge. I think a lot of the best edges will be gone, and then you're looking at a second, third round. I don't think they'll reach. I think the Bills are going to get a wide receiver or a defensive tackle, a nose tackle.
And remember this though.
And by the way, sorry to interrupt. The linebackers, it's not. There's not a linebacker I think that's due to take a 26 that'll be there.
Hill, C.J. Allen. Here's what happens in this year's draft. There's not a whole lot of, as they call them, blue chippers.
Right.
So from about 21, from what I have assumed here,
Yeah.
21 on, you can throw a hat around these guys,
Mhm.
right? So C.J. Allen, he could go at 26 and he could go at 35, 40.
Mm-hmm.
They're all so close and depending on needs, right? So I think it's Concepcion.
So let's talk about this. Who are we worried about just before us that would take Concepcion?
Well, Cleveland Browns,
Browns.
a pick or two ahead of us.
Right.
Also, I think Pittsburgh's been rumored a few times.
Yeah.
But a lot of the mock drafts have him going to Cleveland. How good are those mocks? Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not, right? I think if he was to get to 23,
Do the
maybe
Bills jump?
why not?
Well, and here's what I would say. My normal self would say, not my bisexual self, my normal self, I would say you move up there. But here's the problem: we don't have a second.
No,
we have
I
an
know.
extra fifth.
To go,
What are we? What are you giving up?
but to go from 26 to 23,
Mhm.
that's not going to cost a second round pick.
You'd be
just
surprised.
flipping. I
You'd be
don't.
surprised.
It's not worth it, but I don't think so. Not on that Jimmy Johnson points chart. You're
Yeah.
probably talking a 5th round pick or something, I think, because you're just going up 2 picks.
Right.
Anything farther, maybe, but I don't think Concepcion gets anywhere near us,
Okay.
unfortunately. So at 26, I think then Bean's on the phone seeing if anybody wants to.
Here's what I think. I totally agree. Here, unless Concepcion's there, or some edge rusher drops far beyond what everybody thought, and Bean loves him, I think we're trading back. I just have a feeling, given where we are, and it being, you said it, you throw a net over them.
Right.
There's a lot of guys close. So what do you get from dropping to 26 to 31 or number 2 in the second round? You'll probably pick up a high third.
The Messendorf guy from Miami, he played alongside the guy that Michael won overall.
Mm-hmm.
He's 25 years old. He's very good, and he's ready. He won't need any learning. He's a man. He's
What
20.
position?
He's a edge rusher.
Edge. Yeah.
The problem is he does have some injuries, but he's a good, solid player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that fits the Bills' wheelhouse. When you look at what the Bills were interested in a possible trade for Lawrence from the Giants.
Yeah.
You bring in they're playing this new D. You need a good nose tackle.
You do.
We
And
don't have one right
Walker at 6'6", 6'7", that's not a nose tackle.
now. It's not really the size as much as it's not his game.
Well, he's a defensive tackle.
Right, in a 4-3, it's not really his game though. He's a beast of burden. Bringing in that Lawrence from the Giants made everybody else better.
Yeah.
So I think the Bills need that nose tackle, that man eater up front.
He's a man eater.
And to me, the edge rushers, Falk from Auburn, big, strong, raw, Malachi Lawrence from UCF.
Yeah.
Another one, but we kind of, where we are right now,
Well, you know what?
I think you get the nose tackle that makes
Yeah, I
Deion
totally
Walker and
agree.
TJ Sanders a little better.
I couldn't agree more. And
Just
I think,
my thoughts.
as I look at nose tackle, he would have to drop like 8 spots. Peter Woods from Clemson, I don't think he will.
Well, he's been, some people have him in the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
others, but he's not, I don't know if he's a penetrator. He's kind of like Oliver.
Okay,
He's
and we have
6'2".
Oliver.
And that's why I don't think it's Peter Woods.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Caden McDonald.
I was just going to say it, and Kristen Miller.
Those two guys.
Yeah, those are guys I think if we get to 26, Concepcion's gone, they're going to think about those two guys, or they're going to trade back.
The Bills, the last few years have brought in players or had meetings, Zooms, whatever,
Yes.
kind of not tipping their hand, but they you can kind of pick who they like.
Right.
They haven't had a face-to-face with Caden McDonald,
No.
but
That
they're all
doesn't
over.
mean they won't.
The interesting thing about him is there's like 5 Ohio State players, 3 on D,
Yeah.
that could go really high in this draft. If he was a linebacker, I'd say, did they make him better or did he make them better? But being the nose tackle,
Yeah.
eating up that stuff, I'm thinking Caden McDonald might have had a lot to
A
do,
lot to do with that defense.
especially those 2 linebackers that might go 1-2, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't see him getting the 26 though.
Yeah, that might be tough.
So that leaves us with the Miller kid from Georgia.
Who, by the way, came in to see the Bills. He was one of the 30.
So if they are not able to trade back to their liking, I think Miller could
Miller
be
might
our
be,
guy.
Now Miller is, touted as a late first, early second, but you know what? 26 if you like him and he's there
Well,
and it's a
again,
need.
like I said, from what I learned, C.J. Allen, Kendall Falk, the linebacker Hill,
Yeah.
those guys are all late first, early sec. They're all
They're
kind
all
of close
kind of-
depending on what you need.
They're close. The linebackers, though, for the most part, it's not a great linebacker year, and for the most part, I'm looking at middle, second, and beyond.
Yeah, they're good line. They're good. They're good. They're all good football
But
players.
26th overall.
And when you draft there, Buffalo, and everybody gets Bean doesn't draft well, we're drafting at the end of the goddamn round.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean scum,
Because we're good.
but there's no blue chip there. So you gotta. And with the Bills switching D, and they love Sanders and Walker, Langdon Jackson, another guy that got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think nose.
I think nose too. I don't think we have a pure nose on the line.
No, not for the.
We've got a
D-line.
lot of guys that can play that edge and then linebacker.
And yes, they're going to show different fronts, but that's basically that. They're kind of doing that 3-4.
They're doing a 3-4, but it's not our father's 3-4.
No,
Right.
it's not.
They're coming from everywhere. I love that instead of guarding grass. Let's go back to receivers for a minute. The couple guys that could be there, obviously we talked about Concepcion. I think that would be a great pick. Denzel Boston, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want. He is the carbon copy of Coleman. By that I mean not good separation in college, high jump ball in the red zone. Already have that, unless they're thinking of trading him, and we don't know anything about Coleman being traded. So the other thing is that you got to look at this guy from Indiana, national champion Omar Cooper.
Yeah, he won't get there in 26.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Things that I'm looking at saying that he's got a grade of 28.
Right.
So it'd be great, but again, very tough.
Most of the mocks have him.
Have him going earlier.
Yeah, who are the receivers? Tate, Lemon, Boston.
Boston, I don't want. Lemon is. Let me see.
He's
They got the top three is Carnell Tate, Tyson, and Lemon. They got them basically going in the top 12. So
Yeah.
you're not going to touch that. They got Bennett. That's really. There's a guy that they really like from Alabama, Jeremy. What a name, Jeremy Bernard. But you're talking more. Excuse me. Late second round. Let me talk to you a little bit about linebacker, and we talked briefly. But really, the top two great ones are Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese.
right.
And C.J. Allen, again, is more of an early second. And really, after that, they drop precipitously.
C.J. Allen is also a green dot candidate. He calls the plays for Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think. I think the Bills, they're small at linebacker.
Yes,
Because coming out of the other defense they played. That's what makes me think beef.
I
Nose
agree.
tackle.
I agree.
And there's
You got to keep them off our linebackers.
There's linebackers down the road. There's a guy, Jimmy something from Michigan. He's a 4th or 5th round guy.
We know about Trotter. Trotter looks like to be the 3rd round pick.
He might knock it out of the 2nd round. If the Bills were to trade,
Close enough.
if the Bills were to trade and get a second round pick,
I think
Trotter's the
they'd
name
look
that
at
pops
Trotter.
up.
I think they'd look at Trotter. I agree with that.
There's also an edge rusher you guys be aware of. His name is Gabe Hawkes, but I think the H might be silent, or he's got a funny name. His coach is now with the Bills.
That's right.
But he's a 4th round type guy. But he could be a Malachi Lawrence, of his own.
Sure.
So that's why I think if the Bills stay where they are, I'm thinking it's the Miller kid.
Miller's he's going to be real close on that.
And then I think at 91, look for a receiver, Bryce Lance.
Okay.
And there was another one, Brazel II, Michael Brazel II.
What do you think
From
about?
Oregon?
Let's go over to edge for a minute. I'll go back to receiver. We keep a lot of people are talking about this Cassius Howell with the short arms, Texas A&M. But I'm not seeing him going at 26.
No, I think he's another guy. Like if we were able to get a 2nd round pick, you might throw him in then.
Yeah.
But not at 26.
And Malachi Lawrence, again, I think we're talking more 2nd round.
He's a very good football player, but
He is.
and you could say the same about Miller being in the 2nd round too. But what do we really need to make this D work? I think a big
Beef.
boy that eats up bodies,
Beef.
and that's what Miller does.
Yeah.
He's got good penetration.
Beef, you know.
I think Miller. If we stay.
You brought up, was it Heidenreich? Who'd you bring? Oh, Chris Brazel. So Brazel looks to be late 2nd, early 3rd from
Right.
Tennessee.
He might be that 91.
Yeah, it might be if we don't get
Right.
somebody in the first. It's going to be really different. I mean, at least
The
this
thing
time.
about Brazel, if you look his size, and he runs a 4.340.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills, I remember from my days at the coaching clinics, height, being next to the Bills coaches and scouts and watching, geez, if he's 6'3", that's a catch.
Yeah, and instead it was a Smurf. Yeah.
And there's a lot of great receivers at 6 foot. Don't get me wrong.
No, I know.
Size and speed, those are two things
Well,
you can't coach.
It's like in the bedroom. Size matters.
It does, and as a guy that's come up short there, but I've always gotten the job done.
No, yeah.
Most importantly, I had to get it done.
What's more, you had to get it done.
Right.
How many children? 5?
I have 5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I have 3. At least I worked 3 times.
But anyways, that's what I'm thinking, guys. Mock us out if you want, but I think the Bills go nose at 26 if they stay. If Miller's gone,
and Concepcion's gone.
I think an intriguing is Falk from Auburn.
Yeah.
But I always look at where the Bills tend to be that SEC, ACC.
They really like that. Falk is rated very highly from Auburn. That guy would work out well, but again,
he's a raw beast.
The difference is we're not doing this time live, so we don't know who's still out there.
The other thing, remember too, at 26, if we're not able to dance, and there isn't Miller,
right?
Or let's say they grab Concepcion.
Yeah.
There's DJ Reader. There's guys out there we can bring in next week.
Yes.
The draft will open up.
Well, guys are going to be dropped because of their
Right.
contracts and the fact that they just got somebody on a cheap contract. We're going to see what happens there.
A couple of names I'll throw out, guys, from what I listened to. There's a cornerback named Neal and I'm talking now for later day 2 or 3 or
Okay.
probably day 3. That's where we got most of the picks.
Right.
A guy named Neal. There's a linebacker called forget that, Lewis.
Julian Neal, Arkansas.
Yes, him. There's a linebacker, I believe, Lewis, who could be
He
one
is
of those.
rated. Julian Neal's rated 3rd round. Go ahead.
Okay, and then there's a hustler out of the Naval Academy, but he's not real big. His name's Landon Robinson.
Yeah, but what is he?
He's a defensive tackle.
Okay.
But he's just an athlete.
He's one of those guys. Yes, he doesn't have the measurables.
He's a hair under 6
Yeah,
foot
he
tall.
is a smaller guy.
But he can bring it. AJ Hockley or something, a safety.
Landon Robinson.
He's
But
from the Naval Academy.
They got him going they're looking at 4th, 5th round.
Right. And also this safety, AJ Hockley or something like that. He's a 6'4" safety, but he's lightning fast. He can fierce in the box. Intriguing type player.
Here's that Kilgore's kid, Jalen Kilgore.
Right.
Except he's black. Yeah, I didn't see that safety, sir. Oh, Jalen Husky, Maryland. Okay.
What about the AJ, the safety?
Is he a safety?
I believe
AJ Hawley, LSU,
yes.
52nd. So you're in the 2nd round.
Right, but the interesting names to remember if there's a trade or a couple of trades or something.
Sure.
I don't see the Bills going really O-line. Maybe later. A guy named Barber.
Somebody was saying some draft I looked at had him picking up an interior lineman. I don't see that. Not with Alex Anderson.
ESPN and that are thinking that we're going to lose Torrance. Now, that's not a given fact yet, but you can find guards.
Yeah, you can find guards.
Right, and I'm not knocking Torrance.
No, but the tackle is
Cyrus.
the key.
Oh, Cyrus.
Cyrus, yeah.
But
tackle's the key. No
I
question.
would also like to say right here and now,
right here and now.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Bills probably a
No.
invitee, but draft a punter.
Really?
Draft a punter. And there's a couple good ones. There's a kid from Syracuse, Stonehouse.
Yeah.
And the kid from Michigan State can really, when those kicks go up, they stay up for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's got more of an average, and his hang time isn't as good. But still, we could use a good young punter.
Okay. Yes, and everybody I've looked at is talking about undrafted or 6th, 7th round. And
Right.
that's where you get them.
And limited picks and stuff, but if he's there and you like him, get a punter. I mean, really, because we kind of struggled at punting. We haven't had a good punter since Mormon. We drafted a really good punter, but the double nickel ran him out. And now he's kicking the shit out of the ball for the Chiefs.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Look for a possible trade with the Bills. There are teams. especially if that quarterback Simpson in Alabama, I don't know, if he drops late and someone wants a
Somebody
quarterback,
wants him, yeah.
or corners, if there's a rush on corners.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the guys we talked about and see if they have been in to see the Bills. Okay, Concepcion has definitely been there.
They've actually brought in a tight end.
Yes.
To find out more about Concepcion.
I know, that's funny. From what, North Carolina State?
Well, he's also a good prospect too.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Let me see. So we talked about him. Let's see. They like this Grayson Halton in later rounds.
He's from Oklahoma or something, defensive tackle.
Oklahoma defensive tackle.
Right.
They like him. Halsey or Hawley, he's definitely been in. Kristen Miller's been in, and they've been all over him. Julian Neal, you mentioned, third round projection.
Yeah, he's good football.
Corner out of Arkansas. What about what do they call him? Orange Citrus Boy.
He's from Orange is his, I don't know his first name. They call him Big Citrus.
Big Citrus, Iowa State.
He's not real tall. He's like 6'2". He's heavy, and he can tend to have a weight issue.
Yeah. Sounds like me.
He is a whole lot to handle.
It's a whole lot of load.
Eating up bodies in there. Now he's rated just like all those other guys. Late first, second, right?
Yeah.
Early third.
Early third. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know about that guy. But he does tie him up. I think if he was sitting there in the 5th round or something,
maybe
you might take a run at that. But
so there's a couple guys here. We talked about Denzel Boston. He has been in. I don't want him unless they trade Cam Coleman and say he's a replacement. I don't know. They've had Omar Cooper in. Jalen Daniels came in for that. That's interesting.
I think
that's a head scratcher.
Well, no, I think it's probably an after draft signing, right?
Could be UDF.
He didn't do much at Kansas.
No.
He's got an okay arm, but what he is he can run the shit out of the ball. He's great with the option.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to get stupid with the run? I know, not stupid. The run pass option stuff and take some heat off of Josh, but then you're telegraphing, right?
Yeah, then you're definitely telegraphing.
But
they got him as 7th round UDF.
Right. I think that's more of a unless there's somebody on Kansas that they're interested in too. But sometimes they bring in guys and they brain pick. But his arm is.
It's kind of wild.
It's funny how they but it's funny they'll say and I heard this about a lot of guys. Jalon Daniels, I think is how they say it.
Mm-hmm.
His arm's good, very good, intermediate. He gets shaky if he's pressured throwing the long ball, and will throw his helmet off and get on other players' Christian backgrounds. No, but all the scouting reports, he can do this. He's great with the ball, run pass option, all that. Negatives.
Can't take snap from center.
Sometimes he gets pissed off, misses plays, can't read defenses. It's like, well, okay, I'm baffled. But
here's a couple. If we go back to who's come here, so we had this kid in from Navy, private workout, round 6 projection. All right, just an athlete, a guy that is small but gets after it.
Squatted something like 600 pounds. I mean,
he's a beast. DeLone Veneman, safety from Oregon, he's long gone.
He's
plus we're not
first round pick.
He's early first round, and maybe mid. But I don't think you go for a safety here. I think the need is nose tackle or receiver. I believe they're staying away from edge.
Well,
I think they're staying away from edge because the studs are going to be gone.
Remember though, right? When they bring these guys in,
mm-hmm.
Thiemann, he's one of those guys that can go from 15 to 30, right? A lot of them have him under 20.
Yeah, they could.
But you're sitting at 26. Nobody will trade with you. Concepcion's gone.
Right.
And he's there.
Right.
So
what do you know? What do you do?
So a lot of that's, hey, take a look and see. You just never know who might be there or who might get cut or who might not get another contract or something. There's a lot of different reasons when they put books on these guys.
Well, no question about it. I mean, to me, if a Falk drops to you.
Who did they have the dinner meeting with?
Oh, yeah. What was that? Who was that?
Was it the Oklahoma tackle? They actually had a dinner meeting.
They had a dinner meeting, yeah. They brought all the big hitters in. I forgot.
And we brought somebody in from Oklahoma that's coaching here, too. So that's interesting.
Let me take a look.
I think it's a DT.
Could be. So, all right, Oklahoma?
Yeah. They actually had a
Grayson Halton, defensive tackle, late 3rd round.
It might be him that they had a dinner. Did he come to Buffalo for a visit?
Let's see.
Or-
No, Zoom call only, so that couldn't be it.
All right, it wasn't him. One of the guys they had a dinner
Oklahoma.
meeting with. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I think that's the only Oklahoma guy.
But there's a receiver too from Missouri.
That came in.
Was it Benson?
I'll take a look.
I think there might have been, but he's pretty small, 5'9" maybe or something.
Yes, he is very small. Missouri.
Anyways, last year I did a lot of the same listening I did this year, and I was kind of on with and not predicting, but T.J. Sanders, Deion Walker.
Didn't you pick something in the first four?
Well, and my son-in-law to be his thing. I had the names, but I just didn't have them in the right order. But
That's still incredible.
I got it from listening to Bean and listening to these guys and who they brought in and stuff. Now, and I think sometimes, if you think back, it kind of gives it away a little.
Yeah.
Because all these teams aren't bringing in the same guys.
No, they're not.
And everybody realizes, like, the top 15 guys, they're not getting down.
They're not getting there. Yeah. Well, okay. So just to wrap it up, 2 guys, if they're there, that you take. Who is it?
I think if Casey Concepcion
Mm-hmm.
gets to 26, the Bills run the card up. I also think if he gets to 23, they might even think about jumping. I think, who's there? Cleveland at 24?
Cleveland, 23 or 24. There's 2 teams right there that want receivers.
Right.
So you'd have to jump.
I just don't think he gets that close. So I think if they can't trade back,
If they can't, well, forget trading for a minute. 26, we can't get Concepcion. We can't move up.
if Caden McDonald's not there, it'll be Miller
Miller.
from Georgia.
I
think.
agree. I think that those are the 2 I would say, Concepcion or Miller. We'll do about 6 or 7 versions of these, so we
Well,
get it
this
right.
is version 3. We're going to go in the green room, freshen up, come back for another prediction. But that's our thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, we're not in the war room. It's hard to figure out, but hey, we give it our best shot. We'll put this out on Facebook for our viewers, and
the
hold
Bills
us to it.
The Bills have, obviously cap issues. They've gotten some restructuring done. There's also some really interesting veterans available.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq Thompson is still there, although he's injury prone. That's scary. That was his big thing in Carolina.
Right.
There are a couple other linebackers, but
But as we look at the first
DJ
round,
Reader is a
DJ
defensive
Reader,
tackle.
he's a defensive tackle, and he's more of a nose, isn't he?
I think he
could at least be a
help
nose.
what we do,
Yeah.
what we're trying to do. But
Yeah.
the Bills need that beef eater, and
Got to have it in this day. You have to have a space
and
eater.
the thing
nose tackle.
about Miller, they're very athletic. I don't have those scores here.
Yeah.
But athletic
The
scores.
athletic scores are great.
But Miller was very good with that. As was the kid from Ohio State did not do that at the combine.
No, that's right. You wouldn't do the athletic score.
So, but interesting size. I think the kid from Clemson,
Mhm.
just a little light. And I think we got Oliver for that.
Now, is he light or light in the loafers?
I don't think he's light in the loafers, but to be honest with you, I don't care if he does donkeys. If he plays football.
Hey, we got to have a few laughs, but
We sure do. But anyways, that's our take.
that's our take.
Um,
Go Sabres, go Bills.
We'll be at the Wellington porch tonight watching that Sabre game.
Yeah.
That's why we're not going live, guys. NHL hockey. It'd be too
Hockey.
nerve-wracking.
No, I can't watch the Sabres against. And by the way, let me just say, I'm being realistic. Here's what I want. I want the Sabres to get out of the first round, obviously, and we all do. But more so because I cannot stand that city or their arrogant fans. Okay, so that's number 1. If we do get by them, you lose to a good Montreal or Tampa team, I'm not crying. This is a young team they're feeling their oats, they're getting used to it. I'm not going to go screaming or booing if we get out of the second round, but I'm also not going to boo if we get out of the first round. But I don't get out of the first round, but I really, really want them to beat Boston.
I'll be honest with you.
Please be honest.
I would love to see Tampa beat Montreal because I think Tampa's done.
Yeah.
But I think Montreal takes Tampa.
Montreal, I think they take them, and I also think that that Montreal team scares the shit out of me. And the funny thing about them is they're really only a one-line team, but that line, Suzuki and Caulfield are studs.
But they gained a lot of experience being in the playoffs last year.
They
right?
did.
And that helps, and they're snowballing that.
They really,
They're
really
gonna
are.
get
And
there, so.
that Dobias, or however you say it, has been playing a hell of a goal for him.
I don't think you're getting 739 there.
No.
I think Tampa's are done. I don't think they'll beat Montreal, but what do I know?
And that
I'd love
series
to
is
see-
1-1, I think.
I'd
Goes
love
tonight.
I'd love to see Carolina beat Ottawa beat Carolina.
Me
but
too.
I don't know.
And I am so happy that Philadelphia is beating Schittsburg.
Me too.
I don't like Philly, but hey, by the way, listen to this. 20 years ago and 6 days difference. Danny Briere in double
There you
overtime.
go.
And who shot it from the wall across the goal crease that he tapped in? He was
Sultan?
no, he was not a favorite of yours.
Oh.
When signs up papers.
Not Jokic.
Yeah, it was Jokic.
Well, of course, he played 25 minutes a game.
I know.
He wouldn't play that in the beer league in Mannheim.
Lindy loved him.
Real quick, everybody.
Pete and I were hugging
The
him
other
in the
night
300s on that one.
against Carolina,
Yeah.
somebody had a breakaway and scored.
Mm-hmm.
They challenged it
Mm-hmm.
and said that he was offsides, but called a penalty shot on the breakaway.
Hold on, I can try to help you there. So watching it live,
Byron.
it was offsides. The guy that was going in alone, okay, on the breakaway did not score. He was hooked.
Oh, I
Then-
thought they took the goal off.
Hold on. There was a goal before the
I gotcha.
team touched it.
Gotcha.
They scored. Now, what everybody said was, well, why didn't they announce when it was touched that it's a penalty shot? That's when they did it. Because you're not going to stop a play
Right.
and say 2 minutes or penalty shot.
Gotcha. All right.
Finally, they touched it. And then they went back and they said that is a penalty shot, and it was. He was wide open and they hacked him.
That's not how it was explained.
By who?
When Brian Duff was explaining it. That's not how. I'm not trying to knock out Brian.
no.
But stop giggling.
And I watched it live and I saw exactly what happened. So I actually
right.
explained that to a few
Good
people.
answer.
But anyway, all right, listen.
Listen, we're set up here in the new studio.
Yeah, I like that. Let us
Call us. Landline only.
Landline only. And by the way, this is our new studio. We threw Goldie out from WNED. She was a bitch anyway.
I'll tell you, the only other thing being filmed in here will be the Extends commercials.
What?
Extends. You ever seen that commercial?
No.
Brooke Bork, or
Oh.
check that out.
Ooh.
Extends.
I'll extend. Can you get a seahorse to a wiener? I don't know. But
My
listen,
days are over.
days are over anyway.
I'm unmeasurable.
So anyway, this is fun. It's been a while. I've been out of town in Florida.
Good to
I'm
see
back.
everybody.
Tommy and I will get this going and keep it going. So have a great night.
You
Go
too.
Sabres.
Dr. Jody, Timmy, stay safe in New York. Watch out for those clumps, because that is human shit.
Dr. Jody. Good stuff, guys. Tom, I don't have it.
Camera overheated.
I don't have it.